Today's adventure brought to you by, let me show you. All of
I'ma tell it like it is and bridge the gap between old school cats and this new wave of rap bags. I don't take sides, I spit facts. Finish at a real point when I rip tracks. I see friction between two extremes. Picture a new artist just getting into things.
In order to make room for another typology, which is also extremely important, and that's where we are going to see, which is the, let's say, more high-rise and densely occupied buildings. In other words, the insula, okay, the little building typology that we still see in Rome, actually. Okay, so this is in a nutshell why Ostia is so important. The difference between Pompeii and Ostia, if you are a little bit familiar with the history of Pompeii, is that Pompeii was frozen by an event, no? a dramatic and tragic event that happened when the volcano erupted. And so suddenly the city was frozen in time because of this terrible event that killed basically all the people and covered with lava and ashes the city, preserving it. Ostia had a completely different destiny. Ostia was literally forgotten and abandoned because Ostia, the history of Ostia follows the history of Rome. Okay, so first of all, where are we? You know what? 3 miles away from here, what do we have? Yes, il mare, the sea, the Mediterranean Sea. So we are very close to the sea. And what we can see in this picture, in blue, is the river, right? I want you to notice something. There is a blue and then there is a light green. Can you see that? Okay, maybe in your sketch I would record that information because it's very important and relevant. Actually, the blue one is the river today. By the way, we are here right now, okay? We are at the beginning, right. So as you can see, the river originally used to flow in this direction. And this is why, maybe when we go out, if there's time, you might see the beautiful castle of Giulio II, which today is sitting in the middle of the countryside, but at the time, as you can see, was close to the water.
They only know what's out now, so to get their start, they use what's hot as their benchmark and imitate it as best they can, and only get so far like water in a dam. On the other hand, realize the 90s are gone. Understand every era needs a sound to reflect on, but things don't change, they only progress and come back to where they started, like a bird to a nest. Either way, don't sit and hate cause you can't relate. Don't sit and
so
hate
quick history lesson about this place. Well, obviously, it's Osta Antica. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Probably not. I mean, I probably should. Spent the entire day here. Probably should know what this place is called. Anyway, this place is about 2,000 years old. They built this place right around when Rome was being built as a defensive military base because it's right along the river. So they use that as protection, but it quickly grew into a kind of port area because it was right along the river, obviously. So now that's the place. What else do I say about this place? The town quickly grew into a pretty rich town. They had a lot of expansion. As of now, only about 50% of the entire city is actually exposed. Everything else is still underground. Still yet to be discovered, but I don't know if they will discover it. I think they're just going to leave it the way it is and just kind of keep this area preserved and still visible. But yeah, quick history lesson done.
I'll give you the best of both worlds, like having a crib in the city and one in the burbs. I'm perfecting, mastering my craft, respecting the future, present, and the past. I'm bumping Kendrick Lamar and KRS-One. I'm dropping knowledge, wildin' out and having fun. I wanna have my cake and eat it too. And if you say that I can't, shit, I say fuck you. When they say be yourself and you'll go far, what they really mean is figure out who the fuck you are, which is easier said than done, especially with so many influences to draw from.
That behind me is the Roma Theater. Pretty much only rich cities could afford to have theaters. Yeah, it's pretty big. It's not completely original. It was redone in the 30s, I think, by Mussolini. So there's new rocks, there's some old rocks in there too, but yeah, they still have concerts here in the summer, so it's still kind of in use, but it's mostly a relic. But yeah, it's pretty cool. And then right now, where we are here, this used to be a temple, the goddess of commerce, because back there, those stalls, I don't know if you can see them, but there's a couple stalls. Those were for businesses, the representatives of each business or commerce that would come into the city. They would have a little office there, so yeah, it's kind of the center of the town.
Sometimes you gotta shut it all out, go for yours, embrace your strengths and your flaws. Start off by being sincere, then make the type of music that you wanna hear.
So where I'm about to go is really cool. This was I guess what they would call their temple. This was before Christianity was a big culture, big religion here in Rome. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Take a look. So as you can see, there's a lot of brick. Pretty much everything here is made of brick. They were really, really good brick builders because apparently marble was pretty expensive. So they reverted to brick as the main structure. The only reason why there is so much brick here, or why you can see only brick, is because it used to be all covered in plaster and stucco, but that over time has eroded, and now all you see is the structure of everything. So just imagine this entire place covered in stucco and decorated and painted. That would have been look pretty cool. What a place it would be.
It's definitely the jam.
Alright, I just want to share this. We complain about cobblestones in Rome and how they're so big and annoying to walk on. Check this out. Yeah, these hurt after a while. My feet are really sore.